One of the largest fire departments in the state for the region they cover is now taking steps to raise money for improvements. We're talking about what that's going to mean for homeowners in Yakima County.
And I'm tracking scorching heat this weekend, and well, just is it ever going to cool down? I'll have all those details coming up in your First Alert forecast.
And police in Yakima have now identified a suspect in a violent murder from more than 3 years ago. He's already behind bars. That update and more coming up on Apple Valley News Now at 5.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
Well, Benton County is now in extreme fire danger until further notice. That means outdoor burning is not allowed, even with a metal fire ring, because fires can start so easily and spread so quickly that every fire has the potential to get out of control. Thanks for joining us this evening. I'm Alyssa Warner. And I'm Stacey Lee. We're talking about extreme weather headed into the weekend. And yes, I can see why these temperatures are extreme. We had that drier than normal May and hotter than normal. So everything grew really fast and then dried out really fast. So we have lots of vegetation, and these temperatures, they're nothing to sneeze about. Let's take a look outside right now. 101 in the Tri-Cities, Hermiston at 100, Pendleton's got 100 degrees, 98 in Toppenish. And these temperatures are going to be hanging around for at least a couple more days. But the good news is there's a little bit of a cooling front on the way. Want to remind you of car heat danger once again. Those cars rapidly heat up. Now this is when the air temperature's 95. Just in 40 minutes your car's up to 133 degrees inside. So again, look before you lock, and especially during these hot temperatures. Now we had pretty good air quality most of the day. We're seeing a little bit of the haze still hanging around, but again, that's going to be tapering off here in just a little bit. Partly cloudy, warm night ahead of you. Those hazy skies improving. The wind is going to shift directions this weekend. As I said, it's going to be a hot weekend. I'm going to give you a little bit of a tease. We are going to get a cool down, and I'll tell you exactly when that's coming up in your First Alert full forecast. Alyssa? Thanks, Stacey. In several days this week, we are going to see upper 90s and triple digits all across the region, as Stacey was just mentioning. Now, to beat the heat, temporary cooling centers are available in Benton and Franklin counties. They're located at all of the Mid-Columbia Library locations, the Martin Luther King Center in Pasco, the Columbia Center Mall, Richland Community Center and Richland City Hall, Becky's Coffee, and Wren's Farmers Insurance Agency in Prosser. And if you have a business or community center and you want to get it on the list of cooling centers, you can find a link to do that on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com. Some Yakima County voters can expect to see a bond proposal on the ballot this November. Yakima County Fire District 5 is hoping for approval to build a new headquarters, renovate old ones, and buy new fire apparatus. The fire chief says they haven't asked for a tax increase since 1947, but he says the demand has grown so much they need a boost that's more than they can get from the fire levy. The Board of Fire Commissioners passed a resolution to put a bond on the November ballot, and they'll be asking property owners to pay an additional 28 cents per $1,000 of assessed property value. A crime alert tonight. 2 men were killed. 1 was seriously injured on the Yakima Reservation overnight. 911 call logs show sheriff's deputies responded to a homicide just after 10 p.m. Thursday on Mission Road in White Swan. That's where the coroner says 1 man was killed. This morning in Wapato, another man was killed and a third suffered life-threatening injuries that sent him to Harborview in Seattle. Autopsies are being scheduled, but the coroner says these deaths appear to be homicides. It's unclear if those cases are connected, but FBI officials did confirm that their investigators and tribal police are on scene and are investigating. Here in the Tri-Cities, police have arrested 2 people suspected in connection to a violent incident in Kennewick 1 week ago. This started with a shooting near the Kennewick Safeway on Clearwater Avenue, June 30th. A man told police he was in the parking lot around 2 o'clock in the morning when someone in a white Mitsubishi drove up and started shooting.
They do have information that the 2 individuals knew each other. However, why Mr. Lighthall decided to shoot at him is unknown.
The victim says he drove away and the shooter followed, then police showed up. Police identified a suspect in the case and 2 days later say the same 25-year-old man and a 26-year-old woman crashed into several vehicles on North Volland Street while trying to get away from a state patrol trooper. Police say both people got away at the time.
The detectives, and through a lot of investigating, a lot of thorough investigating, were able to just develop that probable cause for assault in the first degree, in addition to unlawful possession of a firearm.
Investigators tracked them down at a home on Tanglewood Drive in Richland Thursday night. Police say because they learned one of the suspects might have multiple guns and was refusing to come out of the home, they activated the Tri-City Regional SWAT team.
Ultimately, from information we've known in past dealings, Aaron is a very dangerous individual who should not have possession of firearms anyway, and because they were used in the commission of the crime, he was deemed to be armed and dangerous.
Police say both suspects left the house after a brief standoff, along with a third person wanted on a warrant. They've all been booked into the Benton County Jail. More than 3 years after 58-year-old Linda Barakoff was found raped and beaten to death near the train tracks in Yakima, authorities have finally identified the man they believed killed her. They did that using DNA. Investigators say the suspect's DNA was collected from the victim's body, sent in to the state crime lab, and then entered into the federal DNA database soon after she was killed. They finally got a match this past February when 21-year-old Timothy Harrison was convicted of assaulting another woman in Yakima and had to enter his DNA into the system.
Mr. Harrison had attempted to proposition her for sex. She is not a prostitute and declined his request. And then as she walked away, he intentionally ran her over with his vehicle.
Now, Harrison is currently being held in the Yakima County Jail. He has been charged with first-degree murder. His bail has been set at $500,000. Another candidate has entered Washington's gubernatorial race tonight.
I'm Dave Reichert, and I'm running for governor.
Now, Dave Reichert filed the paperwork a few days ago, but officially announced his plans to run for governor on YouTube this morning. Reichert is a former sheriff known for his work to help catch the Green River Killer. He also served 5 terms in Congress, representing Washington's 8th District from 2005 to 2019. He is running as a Republican. Today, Governor Jay Inslee and Senator Maria Cantwell visited Skamania County to see progress on the Tunnel 5 fire. Now, this fire has been burning for almost a week. The Skamania County Sheriff says evacuation levels have been lowered to level 2 get set for most areas around the fire, as crews are making some significant progress. You can see there, though, still a lot of wind out at the scene today. Now, fire officials say crews are also dealing with extreme heat and extremely steep conditions there along the Columbia River. That's all combining to make their work a lot more challenging. About 10 miles of State Route 14 west of White Salmon are still closed, according to WashDOT's latest update. And the Department of Fish and Wildlife has imposed new restrictions on public lands in eastern Washington because of the extreme fire risk. You can no longer have a campfire, even in a fire pit, although gas and propane stoves are still allowed. There's no outdoor smoking allowed, no shooting other than legal hunting. Officials say they can't afford the risk of a single spark.
It is concerning. We're in this a lot earlier, and our very warm spring and low precipitation. It's really important right now that everyone just thinks about what their action is to avoid starting a wildfire, because it's not only going to be hard on the landscape, but it's also hard on the local community. If you burn other people's homes.
Off-roading is also banned on state-owned land as of today because even the heat from an engine could be enough to start a fire in dry grass and brush. The City of Yakima is inviting families to break out lawn chairs and picnics for its free outdoor concerts and movies in the park. Those start this weekend. On Fridays, you can head to Franklin Park for the Summer Sunset concert series featuring everything from country to hard rock. Then on Sundays, there's Viva La Musica concerts rotating between Miller Park and Martin Luther King Jr. Park. Plus, there's the Outdoor Summer Cinema series on Sundays at Chesterly Park.
We're just so pleased to be able to provide free programs for families to enjoy here in the parks in the summertime. We have great weather, and great parks, and just places for people to go and do fun things.
The activities kick off at 6 tonight with a country music concert at Franklin Park. And this Sunday, the first Viva La Musica at Miller Park, the first outdoor movie at Chesterly Park. That'll be Dora and the Lost City of Gold. Well, the triple-digit heat isn't stopping people from heading out to shop at their local food markets, and vendors in Richland say they're working to protect their produce. Vendors tell us they are using various cooling methods to preserve the quality of their produce on display by using things like refrigerated trucks, misting fans, and simple ice packs. While growing the produce in this heat isn't a problem, they say keeping it fresh can be an obstacle.
As far as the heat's concerned, it doesn't affect our growing operation because we operate indoors year-round. But when we do come to the farmer's market, we do have to take that into consideration. So we put ice packs underneath all of the trays, and we'll put ice on the microgreens and just try and keep them cool and fresh.
The Richland Farmers Market is located at 707 The Parkway. It's open on Fridays from 9 until 1. Well, making national headlines tonight, President Biden is proposing a 3-month limit on short-term health insurance plans. It's an effort, he says, to lower health care costs. He also wants insurance companies to give a clear explanation of benefits. Short-term plans don't have to comply with Obamacare's consumer protections, and they can discriminate against people with pre-existing conditions. This is a reversal from the Trump administration, which expanded short-term plans, saying they were less expensive. Now, President Biden also issued new guidance on medical billing that says facilities must disclose fees that can surface as an unexpected cost in a medical bill. The MLB All-Star Week begins tomorrow in Seattle, and there's a big lineup of events for fans, but preparations have been underway for months. And some business owners in the Soto district near T-Mobile Park say they were pleasantly surprised by cleanup efforts. They're split on whether that change is going to last.
I can come out here and I'm not harassed. I'm not smelling urine. I'm not smelling feces. I don't have people wandering in my building and stealing stuff. I don't have to deal with drug use in my parking lot.
You think they're going to come back?
They always come back.
Is this just for show? When the national crowds go home and the national TV cameras are turned off?
I don't think so. Like I said, this encampment wasn't there 2.5 weeks ago, and it was there 3 weeks before that. So what I see is a cleanup in the regular cycle of doing cleanups, and I don't see that stopping.
For Saturday through Tuesday, and if you're headed to Seattle, plan on lots of traffic. We should see lots of sunshine too. Taking a look outside, it's very hot, a little hazy out there. We're talking about triple digits headed into the weekend coming up in your first alert forecast. And still ahead on Apple Valley News Now at 5, we're talking about taking an in-depth look at how to make the most of credit cards, as rising interest rates are making it more and more expensive to pay with plastic.
We're all here to talk about her.
Hello. We built her so we could get a family plan.
Well, with US Cellular, it's just $19.99 per line.
I guess we don't need that fourth line.
This is awkward.
US Cellular, built for us.
Introducing the new line of crispy chicken pizzas from Little Caesars. Large pizzas with white sauce and crispy chicken, topped with either a swirl of barbecue, buffalo, or garlic parm sauce, or choose no swirl at all. New crispy chicken pizzas available online for $9.99.
Pizza.
Sweetie pie?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm afraid this closet is full. Do you really need all of these shirts?
I was waiting until I could fit into them again.
And how's that going?
Well, not so well.
This closet isn't getting any bigger. How about we make some space?
I guess I could pick a few out and
Good.
Donate them to Goodwill.
Your donations to Goodwill support our local Employment Connection Center, a free walk-in job search assistance program.
Good job. Goodwill.
Fred's 4th of July sale is on now. Get the best buy of the year on Samsung laundry sets.
Fred's has this Samsung laundry set marked down to only $729 each. Save $400 on the set.
Or save 30% on this Samsung front-load laundry set.
Fred's has front-load laundry sets in stock and on sale.
Nobody has the selection you'll see with one stop at Fred's Appliance. Fred's 4th of July sale is on now. You don't want to miss this sale.
Yakima Federal Savings and Loan was founded in 1905 and has kept your money safe and sound for nearly 120 years. In fact, with our conservative business practices, no depositor of Yakima Federal has ever lost a single penny, not one. Your deposits at YakFed help people buy homes and build strong communities. With 10 local branch locations to serve you, you can trust Yakima Federal to keep your money safe and secure.
I'm Leanne Antonio, President of Yakima Federal. Thank you for your business and your trust.
Somebody say
say which hotel? I'm great at this. Dance your faves in the spa-like bathroom. Or enjoy local craft beers with breathtaking views at the Cambria. Book direct at choicehotels.com.
Right now at US Cellular, you can get a new phone without having to trade in your old one.
Trade you my PB&J for that phone.
No, kid, you don't have to trade. See? $600 off any phone at US Cellular. No trade-in needed.
Boom. Chocolate milk.
I'll take the chocolate milk. US Cellular, built for us.
This newscast is sponsored by Dairy Queen.
Welcome back. Starting July 9th, first-class stamps are going to get more expensive. They'll cost 66 cents instead of 63. The Postal Service says that increase is necessary because of rising operating expenses. They're still expecting to lose $4.5 billion just this year. And when it comes to credit card annual fees, are the perks worth the price? Some credit cards don't charge a fee, but others make you pay up to hundreds of dollars a year. That's supposed to be offset by the rewards. ABC's Melissa Adon looks at whether it's actually worth it.
From flight perks to free hotel stays, some credit cards offer attractive travel benefits and other incentives. But does it make sense for you to pay an annual fee for a credit card? NerdWallet's Sally French says it depends.
It can be really stressful to figure out how to manage a lot of these benefits if your goal is paying this annual fee with the purpose of saving money in the long run.
Aside from no-fee cards, some annual fees are under $100 and offer bonus points when you pay with the card.
Maybe you even get like a free hotel night certificate every year.
Other cards charge upwards of $600 annually and tend to include more lavish perks like automatic top-tier status at hotels, access to airline lounges, car rental upgrades, and travel insurance.
For a lot of people, especially people who frequently travel, when you add up the benefit to pay for all those things a la carte, even just travel insurance can cost many hundreds of dollars per trip. It can often make the annual fee worth it.
But French says credit cards with annual fees are not for everyone, like if you typically carry a balance, because these cards might have really high interest rates, or the fees might not be worth it if you don't maximize the benefits.
It'll be something like a monthly Uber credit. Now, that can be really nice if you take Ubers all the time, but even if there's just 1 month that you didn't take an Uber because maybe you were in a different country, that credit has gone to waste.
So if you think a travel credit card is right for you, French says to make sure you pick a card with perks you'll take full advantage of.
If you fly Southwest, you can get the best benefits when you hold a Southwest credit card, as opposed to holding a more general travel credit card. But if you don't want to be tied to that brand, a United credit card is not going to get you a whole lot on Southwest, in which case it might be better to have a more general travel credit card, so that way you have more available options.
Melissa Adon, ABC News, Los Angeles.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And of course, we're in a weather alert today due to the very hot temperatures, and those are going to last through the weekend. Our sunset tonight at 8:50. Now, we've had varying degrees of smoke and haze today. It got a little bit worse this evening. It was looking good earlier today, but again, most of that smoke and haze is starting to move out of the area. Let's plan your evening out now in the Tri-Cities. Again, look at 6 o'clock, 98. We're down to 96 at 7, 92 degrees at 8. So very, very warm. It doesn't cool off very rapidly tonight. In Yakima, those temperatures stay in the 90s through 7, dropping down to 88 by 8 p.m. And in Walla Walla, a nice warm day there as well. And again, most of the smoke and haze moving out of the area, 89 degrees by 8 p.m. So a rather warm evening. Now let's take a look at our satellite and radar. This ridge of low pressure just hanging out with that warm front sitting on top of us. And we've been seeing a little bit of cloud cover. I'll zoom in so you can see a little closer view of that. That's those moisture, the moisture and clouds we've been getting off the Pacific. Just been kind of hanging around our area, which is making it feel a bit muggy outside. That's going to go away. We're going to have mostly sunny skies for tomorrow. Let's take a look at our futurecast. And again, sunny skies through with a few clouds tapering off and coming through the area. We are keeping an eye on some rain showers developing later in the day on Sunday through the Cascade Mountains and the eastern portion of the Blue Mountains. Again, we could see some thunder boomers out of that on top of the hot weather and on top of the dry conditions. That could be a dangerous situation precipitation. Again, a very light chance of that on Sunday, and we could even see a few stray showers move through the Columbia Basin late Sunday night or into Monday. Again, at this point, we're tracking about a 20% chance of that. And again, we could see some thunder showers whenever the weather is this hot and brings up moisture from the south. It's a pretty good predictor of thunderstorm activity on the way. Our wind speeds right now are fairly light. We're going to start to see those winds picking up through the Columbia River Gorge and through the Kittitas Valley moving through the evening. In fact, we see those gusty winds in the Dalles. You can see it just there on your screen slightly. And then those gusty winds up through the Yakima and Kittitas Valley. Getting into our Saturday, again, light breezes in the morning, but then we'll see those winds pick up once again in those mountain gap areas, the Yakima Valley and the Kittitas Valley. Light winds through the Columbia Basin. Look for gusty winds through the Columbia River Gorge. So we want to pay close attention and be very fire-wise in those areas that are going to be breezy. We'll even see those winds starting to pick up through the Columbia Basin Saturday night. Air quality, again, it's been in the green all day until this evening, and I think it's just that sweltering heat is just letting that smoke and haze just kind of sit on top of us. We're at moderate, so not too bad, not unsafe at this point in the game. Again, let's take a look at our Futurecast smoke map, and you see the winds are starting to lighten that smoke, ease it on out of the area, and eventually all will move on out of our area. It should be looking good for tomorrow. Let's take a peek at those temperatures tonight. We've got 50s and 60s in the Yakima and Kittitas Valley. Yakima at 64, 59 in Sunnyside. Columbia Basin looking good, and those temperatures once again sitting in the 60s, 63 in the Tri-Cities. Foothills of the Blues, nice warm night there as well with temperatures in the 50s and the 60s. All right, let's take a look at our hot temperatures once again tomorrow. Triple digits again, Tri-Cities, Hanford, Prosser, Hermiston more than likely will also hit those triple digits. Again, here's some advice about heat waves, what to do, staying indoors, and again, try to stay nice and hydrated. If you're heading out to C3 Slam, look at those temperatures. Going to be a hot one. Stay hydrated there in Yakima. Again, a hot day just under the triple digits, and Walla Walla triple digits on Sunday, down to the 90s though. And we'll talk a little bit more in depth about what's coming up next week a little bit later in the show. Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacey. And tonight we're learning more about why the man accused of making a bomb threat on an Alaska Airlines flight headed to Seattle says he did it. What he told law enforcement as recorded in court documents. Coming up on Apple Valley News Now at 6.
Portion of KFKV sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Our traffic laws encourage the use of seat belts, both for drivers and passengers, and no texting while driving. This makes good sense and benefits public safety. But if you still get hurt, call Allen Brecky Law Offices for a legal opinion.
Wild Horse Resort and Casino presents one outdoor concert with two great groups. Ramon Ayala, the king of accordion, is back with Mariachi Los Comperos live in concert Friday, July 21st. Come dance under the stars to Grammy Award-winning legends for an unforgettable outdoor concert packed with fun, food, and more. Tickets are now on sale at wildhorseresort.com. Wild Horse Resort and Casino, Pendleton, Oregon.
Hepatitis C? Don't just treat it. Crush it with Mavyret.
Conquer it with Mavyret.
Cure it with Mavyret. Mavyret cures all types of Hep C.
In only 8 weeks.
The virus multiplies daily and can damage the liver over time. Mavyret stops Hep C and cures it. If you've had hepatitis B, it may flare up and cause serious liver problems during and after treatment. Tell your doctor if you've had Hep B, a liver or kidney transplant, other liver problems, HIV, other medical conditions, and all your medicines. Do not take Mavyret with atazanavir or rifampin. Report right away yellow skin, stomach pain or swelling, confusion and bleeding or bruising.
Hep C? Crush it with Mavyret.
Conquer it.
Cure it in only 8 weeks. See Hep C gone with Mavyret.
Ask your doctor about Mavyret. AbbVie could help you save.
It's a celebration of Merlot this summer in Walla Walla, July 13th through the 15th. Join more than 50 Walla Walla wineries for Celebrate Walla Walla Valley Wine. Take part in special tastings of rare library wines, enjoy intimate winemaker dinners, and gain access to premium Merlots during the wine panel presentation and tasting. Participate in this full sensory experience from July 13th through the 15th. Tickets are on sale now at wallawallawine.com.
With Gold Bond, you can age on your own terms. Retinol Overnight means the smoothing benefits of retinol are now for your whole body. Plus, fast-working crepe corrector diminishes wrinkled skin in just 2 days. Gold Bond, champion your skin.
ET Vault Unlocked
Tom Hanks, never-before-seen interviews with the nicest guy in Hollywood.
This is Entertainment Tonight, the Bible of show business.
Next, ET, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Our traffic laws encourage the use of seat belts, both for drivers and passengers, and no texting while driving. This makes good sense and benefits public safety. But if you still get hurt, call Allen Brecky Law Offices for a legal opinion.
Welcome back. We're taking a live look at John Dan Plaza in Richland, where volunteers are already getting set up for the C3 Slam tournament. Crews will be shutting down George Washington Way in both directions from Ninth Street to Newton Street, starting just a few minutes from now at 5:30. It will be closed through Sunday evening, so be prepared if your travels take you through Richland. There will be a detour there. Now, the C3 Slam tournament raises money for local charities and for providing eye surgery in Africa. The 3-on-3 basketball tournament games start tomorrow morning. They continue all weekend. You are going to want to have lots of water with you, though, because it's going to be hot out there. Stacy Lee has the details coming up with a final check on your First Alert forecast. That's next.
Portion of Cap KV sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Okay, thanks for visiting. Bye, Alice.
I'm stuck.
Not funny anymore.
Yes, it is. Wait, guys, the Mesozoic times are boring and have zero rad attractions. Triple play is fun. I want to stay here.
Of course you can stay. Oh, fantastic. We won't regret this.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, like bowling, Raptor Reef Indoor Water Park, and a brand new zip line ride, all attached to a cozy hotel.
She's on the logo already. Marketers are the worst.
My mom hired a bath fitter to make me a new bath. My friend Jimmy said that when he got a new bath, it took forever. Jimmy didn't have to take a bath for a month. I didn't even get to miss one bath. It's just not fair.
Bath Fitter will remodel your bath in as little as 1 day. We've got over 2 million satisfied customers and 35 years experience. Call now or visit bathfitter.com for a free in-home consultation.
Tonight, tracking climate change as extreme heat breaks global records. Plus, the U.S. and China, where the relationship stands. More Americans turn to the most watched program on television. World News Tonight with David Muir.
Smoke City for Less is your one-stop shop in Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, West Richland, and Hermiston. Every location is conveniently located. And now, Smoke City for Less Hermiston has relocated to North 1st Street by AutoZone. An easy turnoff, $3.95 and you are there. For the lowest prices and largest selection of vape mods, the best batteries, tobacco products, Kratom, and specialty products too. Open 7 days a week, 5 locations, Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, West Richland, and the new location in Hermiston, off $3.95. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
The electrifying rock stars from the original cast of the Broadway production now in concert. This is Broadway's Rock of Ages Band. Live and in concert. Friday, July 21st at Legends Casino Hotel. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Broadway's Rock of Ages Band, performing the monster hits that helped define the 80s.
Ooh, someone just got the new DQ Cake Batter Cookie Dough Blizzard. All that DQ soft serve cake batter flavor, confetti cookie dough pieces, and signature sprinkles? Dad, you said you'd wait until you got home before digging in.
I never said that.
Pretty sure you did. Ooh, cue the confetti.
That's cold.
Because the new DQ Cake Batter Cookie Dough Blizzard won't be here forever. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good. Get it in the app.
I'm Buzz the Bee from the Painting Bees. We do interior painting and cabinetry as well. We have a full crew that takes care of everything, and all we really want you to do is to kick back and relax. Visit our website or call us at 591-8160.
Welcome back. We're taking a final look at that very hot weekend forecast.
That's right. We have a weather alert out because it is going to be hot all weekend. Let's take a look at that 7-day planner for Yakima. Temperatures there swirling just below that century mark, 99 on Saturday, 98. Now, everyone, take a look at Monday and Tuesday. We drop almost a full 10 degrees, and we do have a chance of some stray hit or miss thunder showers coming in beginning late Sunday night into Monday. Now, it's a 20% chance. more than likely will stay in the mountains, but there is a possibility of that. And the Tri-Cities, those triple digits are here for the weekend. And again, going to be nice and hot. Stay hydrated to try to take lots of breaks out there. Same thing on Monday. Look at our temperatures drop down into the 90s. So it gets comfortable for a couple of days before we get all the way back up to close to triple digits for next weekend. Overnight lows, though, not cooling down a whole lot on a Saturday and Sunday night. So again, very warm, not getting a big much of a break. In Walla Walla, again, teetering just below century mark on Saturday, 101 on Sunday. Hit or miss thunder showers coming up on Monday as well.
All right. Thanks, Stacey. And thank you so much for watching. World News Tonight with David Muir is next. We're back at 6.